You're watching Taste the Victory.
We got a fan favorite deck today in D-Brigade. So as you can see from the preview on screen, D-Brigade is a Rookie Rush-esque deck because of its playstyle and some of the effects in the deck. It also beefs up its security to make it really annoying with a bunch of good powerful removal options that delete or de-digivolve. Their security will keep the opponent in check while you try to rush them down and build up towards your boss monster, which is usually going to be Darkdramon finishing off the game. Darkdramon has Rush, which complements its other effect, which is on play, return up to 5 D-Brigade type Digimon cards from your trash to the top of your deck in any order to gain 2 memory for each card returned this way, which means if you meet the maximum amount, you get to play this guy a whole mega for only 3 and then be able to rush attack with it for game potentially that turn. So we have a lot of things with D-Brigade in their type because that is the name of the deck, and they basically just rush themselves into security, and then if they get deleted, you don't even mind because you're building up your Darkdramon. So let's go ahead and look at our bottom end and climb our way up to see how we build this deck to support that strategy. First up is our egg. Let's turn on stats so we can see how much we have of every type. So you can see we are running quite a bit of rookies right now. But anyways, first up is Pagumon. It is an egg. On deletion, reveal the top card of your deck. Add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon card, otherwise bottom deck it. So this is great because a lot of your stuff is just going to be swinging into security anyways. It's going to get deleted anyways, so this is a potential search off of that to keep up hand advantage and board presence. So it's really nice. I'm just going to leave it at 4 because there's not really anything else that's crazy necessary in terms of draw power for this deck. Moving on to rookies, we are starting with the simplest one, which is just a 2-cost Commandramon. Really great to be able to swarm the board and to get multiple Commandramons out. If they get deleted, you don't really care because it's only 3000 DP. It probably is going to get deleted somehow one way or another. And if it does, it just fills up your trash because it has D-Brigade in its type for Darkdramon. Next up, we have a non-archetype card in the deck, which is Chuumon. 3 to play, 1000 DP. All turns, your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. So this is Black's Madoki Betamon. It stops them from gaining memory. If you're playing against, let's say, Minerva Loop, it stops them getting memory from Jack Ray, which makes it really annoying because they have to waste time and memory to get rid of this Chuumon. So it's really nice at 2, and it's definitely going to depend on your local meta. If you do not end up seeing a lot of blue players or a lot of Minerva Loop players, you could potentially cut this down instead for a old Chikurimon. This old Chikurimon here has a security effect that de-digivolves one of your opponent's Digimon, and since that stops them from being able to save underneath the Tamer if they are a cross-heart deck or blue flare or whatever, that kind of becomes more effective removal in this format. So if you're not too worried about decks that gain memory, you can up that, but this does stop a lot of things. It stops blue flare as well with their amazing blue flare memory boost card. So there is a lot of stuff that Chuumon will still hit, and I think it's worth running it at 2, but you can play around with that ratio. After that, we have the star of the Commandramons, 3 cost, 1000 DP. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And we are running 13 of them, so we have high chances to hit this and get another one for free, which is awesome to keep getting our board presence up and not fall too far behind. After that, we have a Commandramon that is simply a blocker. 4 cost is a little bit unfortunate, but you can just Digivolve in Raising, or if you're at a good memory threshold, you can use it to choke them at 1. So it's a lot of utility being a rookie blocker. Then we have Hagurumon, another non-archetype card. It is 3 to Heart Slam, 2000 DP. On play, you may trash 1 card with Machine or Cyborg and its traits in your hand to draw 2. Yeah, this card is fantastic because it is a +1 with the draw 2 and discard 1. So not only does it discard filling up your trash, because all these little D-Brigade guys, they're all cyborgs. They're robot dinosaurs, so they're little cyborgs. So they fill up the requirement for Hagurumon's effect. So not only do you get to draw to potentially unbrick, you also get to fill up your trash. Hagurumon is awesome, and why we are running it at 4. Following him, we have the new Chikurimon that is introduced in the Black Starter deck for Ragnar Lordmon. It is 3 to play, 3000 DP. All turns, players can't reduce play costs. So this completely shuts down the entire cross mechanic. So if Blue Flare is running around, if Crossheart is running around, if Dark Knightmon's running around, this stops those guys from doing their Hard Slam Digi-Cross effects. So it makes it really annoying for those decks to play their main strategy, which is why we are running it at 3. And having multiple out is super annoying to get rid of, even if they have an answer. So Chikurimon's fantastic. And we're just going to round out the list to have another Commandramon just to up our chances of all our Commandramon or D-Brigade related effects going off. This is 4 memory to play, which is expensive, but it's 5000 DP, so you'll actually be able to beat over some champions in some niche situations, so that'll be funny. But yeah, just there to up the number of Commandramons and D-Brigade type we have. So that'll cover the rookies. Let's go ahead and move up to champions. We're starting off with Sealsdramon because he's in archetype. It is a blocker while also being D-Brigade. That's all you need. It's fantastic. Then we have Nanimon. So this is one of the non-archetype picks, but it's because he's a really good utility champion. He has 3 to play, which is really cheap for a champion. 2 to Digivolve from a level 3 like any other level 4, only 2000 DP, but he has a security effect. At the end of battle, you can play this card without paying its memory cost. So this is really useful to make your security more threatening, which is what D-Brigade wants. This potentially can put you into lethal range if you are only one swing away next turn from winning and your opponent attacks your security. There is a reality of bricking, but Nanimon only being a 3-cost champion makes it not that bad to hard slam if you can't digivolve it over something, and most of the time you're just hoping this gets stuck in your security anyway. So this is awesome to be able to have a really cheap champion in case you need to hard slam something because you don't see any rookies, and then it also makes your security more threatening. And then after that, we just have one little Grumblemon here, just so we have the option for a hybrid for game. So it's kind of just here in case it comes up. That rounds out the champions, so let's move up to our level 6s and up. Yes, we are skipping our level 5s entirely. There's none that you really want in this deck that really contributes super heavily towards your playstyle, because you're not necessarily a climb deck, and Tankdramon that we have, while being a D-Brigade type, isn't exactly that powerful or useful to this deck's playstyle. So we're just going to cut that level entirely and go straight to our level 6. We talked about Darkdramon before. It's really cheap potentially if you get the full trash effect off, and then you get to rush for game. Now we have our level 7, DeathXmon. This dude is just absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. Sure, it is 20 play cost, but you gotta read its effect. It's also 50,000 DP, 60 Digivolve from a level 6, and we do have a black level 6, so if it comes down to it, we are able to go into a DeathXmon for only 6 to 9 memory, you know, play Darkdramon for 3, then Digivolve this guy for 6. So the option is there. It's nice when it comes up. Then you have the effect, when you play this card, reduces memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and Tamer your opponent has to play. On play, when Digivolving, Digivolve 1 all of your opponent's Digimon, then delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. End of opponent's turn, once per turn, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. This card is just absolutely absurd and wins you games. It's so powerful. In a format with Crossheart running around where you spam so many Tamers, this thing comes out very cheap, and it could really swing a game because this thing clears boards. This thing continues to keep clearing boards every other turn. It's just ridiculous. Definitely consider running this at any amount that you have. Like, whatever you have is fine. If you only got one copy, that's perfectly fine. If you can't get this, I totally understand because this thing is really expensive. You would just cut this down, and I think would add 2 of those Chikurimon that I was mentioning earlier just to make your security more threatening. That covers every Digimon that's on the list, so let's go ahead and take a look at our options now. First up, we got Ultimate Flare, the only one that we are running 4 of because it's a really strong option. It is 8 cost, but main trigger D-Digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete all of your opponent's Digimon with play cost of 3 or less. This is awesome because in this format even, D-Digivolve is going to be really strong. Right now, the Alphamon hit that was announced in Japan has still not been announced for North America, and the set is really close to coming out, so I think we could just assume that we're going to be playing BT10 with Alphamon at full power. So this is really powerful for that because Alphamon is still a good deck. This gets around a lot of their protection, and it eats up their board. And then also, this is really good into Crossheart because Crossheart, de-digivolving a lot of their stuff is much more important than deleting them because otherwise they'll just get saved. You'll probably, if they have the rookies out, like Starmon for whatever reason, sitting on the field, those will get saved. But you're going to get rid of their Shoutmon so they can't do the little loop anymore. And then get rid of a lot of their other sources so they'll have less to save. This is an incredibly powerful removal option for this format. After that, we have Iron Fisted Onslaught. This is 8 cost as well, but it's main delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. So we need a little bit more traditional removal because if we don't have this card, we have no way to remove a DeathXmon that is played on us. This is a deck that does go wide as part of its main win condition, so you will be having these bad boys dropped on you once in a while. Do try to play around that. But for the moments where you just can't help it and this thing comes out, you can drop a Iron Fisted Onslaught on them and get rid of it. It's also good just having security because it deletes all your opponents Digimon with the highest play cost. So, you know, when that comes up, it's really nice, even if it's kind of rare. And it's just another security bomb, which is always powerful in this deck. And finally, our last option is Pride Memory Boost because it goes so well with the D-Brigade archetype. It has 4 use cost. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 black Digimon card with a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying its memory cost, trash the remaining. And then main, delay, gain 2 memory. So not only is this a search that gets you a free body on the field because so much of your rookies meet the level requirement, the play cost requirement, it also then fills up your trash because if you hit all D-Brigades off of this, you get to play 1 and then fill up the rest of the trash. This speeds up your strategy so much. It is such a great synergy card for D-Brigade type. I love it. And then later you just get to gain 2 memory to help facilitate big plays. It's fantastic in this list. An honorable mention is the old option card Infinity Cannon because it's an even bigger D-Digivolve for only 6 cost. If Alphamon is still going to be really strong and you see it a lot at your locals, this is another great option to potentially get rid of their huge stack. And then also hurt Crossheart and Blue Flare and all those decks as a casualty of trying to hate on Alphamon. So it's a good tech option to consider. And then finishing off our list are the tamers. Let's go ahead and start with Izzy first because he's a memory tamer. It's 4 to play, guarantees you 3 at the start of your turn, and then on play reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If all of the reveal cards are black, gain 1 memory, place the cards on the top of your deck in any order. So in this deck, you are always going to be playing this for 3 costs. I think nothing would mess it up because DeathXmon is half black, so it would count towards Izzy effect. So you're basically always going to be seeing this bad boy for 3 costs, which is really amazing for a memory tamer. And then you get to stack the top 3 cards of your deck, so that is really great to set you up for next turn if you need to guarantee you hit something off of a draw. So Izzy is really nice utility. Just for being a memory tamer is enough alone, but that reveal top 3 stacking is also really great. And then we got Kazu. Kazu's really cool tamer because he was introduced in X2. He's only 3 costs, and then at the start of your main phase, if you have a Digimon with Cyborg or Machine in his traits in play, gain 1 memory. So the awesome thing there is that our little guys are all cyborgs, so that does count towards Kazu, and the things that aren't D-Brigades are machines like Haguru. The only thing that isn't going to count is Chikuri and Chuumon. But other than that, we have tons of other stuff that counts towards Kazu. So this is very likely to always give you that gain 1 memory, and that will stack. So if you get multiple out, or even just this with 1 Izzy out, that is huge memory gain, and it's really helpful to make big plays. Then he also has the effect, all turns when one of your Digimon with Cyborg or Machine in his traits becomes suspended, you may suspend this tamer to draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. So he helps on Brick, and then he also fills up your trash towards Darkdramon's effect. This is such a great multi-utility card for the deck. It's an amazing tamer, and while we are running it over Izzy, because while the 3 memory is very nice, this thing stacks, so it could get you up there most likely anyways. And then if you pair it with Izzy, it gets you even bigger memory thresholds. It just does more for the deck. So that is going to be the D-Brigade list. This is a fantastic deck, and it's always probably going to be one of the best examples of a rogue deck in Digimon. I think this is always going to be running around annoying people. As long as the meta has like certain protection effects that de-digivolve and rushing them down lets you get around. But I hope you guys enjoyed this list. Let me know what techs you guys are running and how differently you are building your lists. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.